June, which in my opinion is the best month, is kicking off, and the comic book industry is pushing out some big titles this week, and the hits just keep coming. I can't wait till we get into this week's list and all of the incredible books that are dropping in the comics industry. We're going to talk about all that this week on Pals Previews. And to start, these are the 5 books that absolutely made the docket for Pals Pulls, which is Thursday at 6 p.m. That's where you'll be able to hear us review these books. Today, we're going to let you know what books those are. So, Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion, number 1, which we've been looking forward to. Imperial, number 1. Amazing Spider-Man, number 5. Absolute Superman, number 8. And Absolute Green Lantern, number 3. It's a pretty big list of books.
We're finally not beating those Marvel allegations.
Right.
With a double header here with Marvel books. Woof.
Triple header.
Yeah. For me, guys, Imperial. I love Marvel Space Comics. I also tend to love Hickman. And the fact alone, like on the cover, is Richard Rider's Nova helmet. That's my sweet spot. I can't help but feel excited for this book, and also feel excited for what this book could be introducing in a bigger sense. So it's going to be Imperial for me for sure.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I do think I'm with you. And I say unfortunately because I just like I think the Hickman buzz is finally wearing off, but this one could reignite a lot of it.
And whatever news coming out, I've been having so much fun with Amazing Spider-Man. That's it. Keep it coming.
See, that was my other pick, but this is going to be the conclusion to that arc.
I think I got to go with Imperial as well. It's so big, and great creatives involved. I'm excited for it. I thought I would choose Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion, but I'm not fully sure even like what it like. I know what it is, but I'm not all the way sure what it is. So I think that one's gonna have to surprise me. I'm gonna go with Imperial.
In Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion, that's Cody Ziegler on that.
Yeah, and Dennis Camp.
You have been liking that Miles Morales run.
It's great.
That could be a
Miles
sleeper.
Back in
There's just no heat on Ultimate Spider-Man right now. Like, I feel like we've been down on that. That in another, if we had been hot on the book, we're enjoying it, that would be it. That'd be the Spider-Man book to pick.
It's not referring to that though. The Ultimate Spider-Man in this refers to Miles Morales.
But I guess what I'm saying is, like, if the momentum was there for the Ultimate Spider-Man like banner,
but that's nothing to do with this book though. It's about Miles crossing over from mainline into the Ultimate Universe.
Is Peter's on the cover, but I don't even know if he's like background on the cover.
Yeah, there's no real reference to Peter in the solicit, so I don't know how involved he'll actually be.
Based on
spot attacks,
much like Ultimate Spider-Man.
So, those are the books that we will definitely be talking about. But there is always one more book that gets added, and that one is chosen by you guys through our poll, which is always available under the post tab on our YouTube channel. And these are your options. Resurrection Man Quantum Karma number 3, JSA number 8, Ultimate Wolverine number 6, and Marvel Knights The World to Come number 1. I mean, look, Marvel Knights The World to Come number 1 is currently winning the poll, and that's not a surprise because this is a big book. If it were any other week or we had more wiggle room, it would absolutely have made the poll, and so I'm really not surprised that it's winning.
I'm reading that no matter what, too. Like Priest.
Yeah,
it's a Priest book. Like the Casada of it all, regardless. I'm picking up a new Priest book. But I think Cale's going to say my butt here.
Well, I'm just certainly going to add to it. But Resurrection Man, Quantum Karma, and JSA number 8.
Yep.
Like
I heard that the artist on JSA number 8 is a pretty cool guy, actually. This
Pretty
week,
chill, dude.
he's a little
he's
chill
very
dude.
handsome.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah.
Tall.
You haven't seen him in person.
Oh, interesting.
But Gavin Guidry is going to be drawing this one. He's been hyping this one up in the live chats as we've been doing the shows for the past couple months. Told us about it a little early. I have a Wildcat Gavin Guidry up on. He's all the way up. He's not in my
I'm
shot.
so jealous.
But I have like one of those headshot cards. This is Gavin getting to do that proper. I'm excited for Gavin.
Yeah.
Separate from me also being excited for this book because I'm enjoying this run a lot.
Hey, a push from the Comics Pals loyalists who love Gavin could put JSA over
That's
the
true.
top on
That's
this
true.
list. So if that's what you guys want to do, feel free to cast your vote and let us know what the 6th book will be this week. But for now, while we wait, we're going to turn things over to leagueofcomicgeeks.com to talk about the truckload, the trough of great comics that are being served up this week by not just the big two, but the industry as a whole.
Man, there's a lot here. I'm gonna shout out one that I haven't shouted out often, and I'm gonna shout out Daredevil number 22. This is continuing the run by Saladin Ahmed. This is him with art by Jose Luis Suarez Pinto and Carlos Nieto, also on some pencils and inks. There's apparently 3 anchors on this issue, so that's not a real fun thing. But this is the 3rd issue, I believe, in this new arc that is separate from the arc that Ahmed was doing to launch his book, which went on for like over a year. So now that we're in the 2nd arc, it's Daredevil. He's kind of back in the 90s armor. He's back with an old flame from like the Nascenti run. And it's much more grounded. It's much more street level Daredevil again. He there's this apartment building that's been not taken care of by the people who own it, and all the people in there are getting sick. And Daredevil kind of tries to figure out what's going on, and it winds up being some kind of like mushroom fungus villain. I don't know. We don't fully know, but I do like it. I do like how it's much more ground level. It's Daredevil on the streets trying to solve people's problems, as opposed to this real heady debate on God and the original sins and all that. This is a much more better place for Ahmed and what I wanted in Daredevil. So the 2nd arc is winning me over for sure.
I am very much looking forward to Ghost Rider versus Galactus number 1. I don't typically go for these kinds of versus books, but first of all, I love Galactus so much, and I'm really excited to see him in this. Drawn by one of my favorite artists working today, certainly, is Juan Ferreira, who is on the art. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles artist Juan Ferreira. So if he's going to be able to bring some of that magic to this, I'm all in. And it doesn't hurt that JMS is on the words. So this is absolutely going to be on my list, and maybe the book I'm most excited about that's dropping this week, just for the Galactus of it all.
Have you picked up any of those other versus books that JMS has been doing? He did like
the
Rocket
Godzilla
Raccoon.
versus stuff.
No, he did like Rocket
Not
Raccoon,
the-
Doctor Doom.
Oh, right.
I think it was like
Not my favorite.
Volstagg and Hulk or something like that. Okay, yeah, it's not my thing either, but yeah, cool.
I was gonna shout out Ultimate Wolverine. The last issue was a lot of fun. Kind of back on the bandwagon for this one. I was gonna work my way backwards later today, actually, just to catch up on like the last issue, and then or like remind myself, and then pick up this. I've had fun, and I'm interested to see how this like will play out for this Wolverine. Otherwise, my other one is way down the list. Because you got to support
Careful.
DC
Careful.
Pride 2025.
Oh, okay.
Careful for some, but
Alan Scott's got the whole community under his cape there.
yeah. 88 pages of a whole slew of characters: Question, Midnighter, Apollo, Harley Quinn, Green Lantern, Joe apparently, and yeah, I mean, you got to show up for these books. So I will.
I guess I'll call out something. Early on, it's I caught up to it. It's Poison Ivy 34. This is G. Willow Wilson, art by Marcio Takara. This is a good old time, honestly. It's Ivy. She's dealing with this like community that's kind of unearthed itself on like the outskirts of Gotham, and it like that was like sunken into the swamp that's come back up. Of like this like neighborhood. Nobody's living there. It's a bit of a mystery, and then at the same time, Poison Ivy is being praised as like this leader of this eco-terrorist group that she doesn't want any real part of, but they're kind of making her the Jesus figure for it. And there's a bit of mystery as to like why, who's doing this. It's good stuff. It deals with the green, Marco. There's a lot of green stuff. This is where the green's happening when Swamp Thing's not around.
Oh shit.
Woodrow is in this.
Oh shit.
Yeah. It's really it's real good fun. G. Willow Wilson's been cooking on this book for 34 issues at this point, which is wild for a Poison Ivy ongoing to be 34 issues in. That's great, and it's really good. Marcio Takara too, no slouch. Really good stuff.
I am very excited for The Moon is Following Us, number 10. This has been an incredible success on all fronts. I don't think you can expect anything less than that from Daniel Warren Johnson, Riley Rosmo, and Mike Spicer together. But it's been even better and more meaningful than I thought it would be on the outset. This is the last issue, so there won't be any more, at least for now. But I am very excited to see how they conclude things and what's next for everybody involved. But before we get to what's next, we are in what is, and this has been and is, a tremendous series.
Yeah, speaking of endings, the Star Trek Lore War crossover event is at its ending. This is Star Trek number 32, Lore War Part 5 of 5. Jackson Lansing, Colin Kelly, and artist David Tinto. This is it. And I think this is sort of it for the Star Trek comics right now. My understanding is that this is the last issue. I guess until something else happens. So I am excited about this still. Very pumped to see who kicks Lore's ass.
See, I like Lore.
I do too. Yeah, I do too.
I like Kaya.
Oh, yeah,
Kaya
there it is.
number 27 is dropping this week, and I have to shout this out every month because I feel like no matter how many people are reading this, it's not enough. Kaya is a phenomenal series. It just started a new arc, so you know if you wanted to jump in, issue 26 is a good place. But man, this series just has no breaks to it. It's so much fun every week. Marco, did you end up jumping on?
I have the issue, but I have not read it yet.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was that new arc, so I'm gonna when I get the time, I'll jump into it.
Cool.
The other thing I was going to shout out was "Be Not Afraid" number 1. This is a Boom
Just
book.
looking at this, yeah.
Yeah, like this folk horror kind of thing. I love the cover, but there's one in particular by Jay Lee that is gross. I think
Gonna
it's
lose
the
Cale on that
C
one.
cover. Yeah, and I'm a horror guy. Like this stuff is of interest, and so to see what this might be about. I'm not familiar with the creators. Nightmare Country from DC, the Sandman pieces with Lissandro Estherin is the artist. Jude Ellison S. Doyle. Ma and Hello Darkness is the writer. I'm down for some weird cosmic folk horror shit.
It's weird that the cover has the same guy on the cover that I saw when I couldn't make Palace Pools last week because I took too much Benadryl. The guy was just chilling with me. He took
Yeah.
you guys' place for that night.
It's just there.
Can I read the synopsis for this real quick?
Yeah.
Because this is what really sells it. Kora Re lived the life of an isolated, simple farm girl until one fateful summer day, prophetic visions brought her a visitor made of pure light, an angel. In the aftermath, Kora gave birth to a child, a Nephilim, the offspring of an angel and a human woman, seemingly imbued with evil itself. Now, 17 years later, that child's cherubic appearance can no longer hide its monstrous nature. Frogs boil in their skins as he passes. Crops rot. The townspeople live in fear, knowing that atrocities follow closely behind him. And now, on the eve of his 18th birthday, Kora receives a new vision. Heaven itself has called upon her to destroy the abomination born of her own flesh and blood.
Bruh.
This sounds like it's gonna rule.
Yeah.
Sounds crazy. I gotta buy that.
It does sound pretty cool. No mention of Benadryl though. So, but I will check this out.
Surely this book came to Jude Ellis Doyle in a fever dream.
Sure, yeah. I want to go up a little bit and do another Marvel shout out here with Red Hulk #5. This is by Ben Percy, art by Jeff Shaw. This is a One World Under Doom tie-in book. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Doom took Thunderbolt Ross, trapped him in Liberia, and was trying to use him to like come up with like be his military expert against his will. But in that same area, Machine Man and Deathlock were locked up, and they formed a revolt, and they broke out of prison. So it's a Red Hulk, Machine Man, Deathlock, Rio team book as they kind of liberate themselves from Latveria, and as Ross tries to come to terms with the fact that not only does the country he doesn't exist now that Doom is kind of taking control willingly, apparently the whole world is like that. So I think it's really interesting. And Jeff Shaw, if you're not familiar, did the Donny Cates Thanos book. So real good artist that I would recommend. And yeah, I'm having fun with this one.
Storm is the last shout out for me. I just read issue 8 last night and it was really good. This series continues to be impressive, and I like how they got the legacy number in there. It's legacy number 20. Like that we don't.
They don't.
What?
Wow.
You can't do legacy numbering until you hit 100.
Minimum.
At least. But yeah, this has been a really good series. For me, the biggest surprise of the From the Ashes era, mostly because I just didn't have a lot of hope for this book. But Maria Iodell has really, really impressed me. And obviously we know Lucas Wernick has chops. But yeah, this is a really good book. If you're not reading it, I think it should be. It's only 9 issues deep, so you can easily catch up if you're on Marvel Unlimited or whatever like that, and you won't regret it.
Yeah, like Maria Iodell did that I Am Iron Man book a couple years back that I wasn't too hot on. So like when he was announced for Storm, I was like, okay, we'll see what happens. It's really good, guys. I'm having a lot of fun with this as well, Sean. I'm not read issue 8, but it's on my list of stuff to read, and I'm enjoying this for sure.
My last shout out's gonna be Nippy #2.
What is
I'm not
this?
scrolling down there, Marco.
Don't scroll down there.
You know?
Oh, here we
Nippy,
go.
Sean,
Go ahead.
Nippy. Yeah,
Nippy.
you can cut pages with that book.
It's not all you can cut. Cut glass.
These covers.
These covers are wild, dude.
Don't you
And
love
you know
how
what?
the comics fandom contains multitudes?
Who was it that mentioned? This is a Pat Shan book, by the way. Shannon Lee. Who mentioned Pat Shan having cheeky comics?
Oh, yeah. That wasn't said on the air.
Oh, was that not? Well then,
No.
did not realize that he was participating in Cheeky, and so that's the publisher. I have newfound knowledge now. I've only ever known Pat from what is it? The Destiny New York, which is very good.
He made a pivot.
Seemingly so.
Yes.
Sometimes
yes,
it works.
That's funny. I was gonna make fun of you for do you like Tomboy's number 42?
Oh, dude, I'm 43 issues in. You kidding me?
Let's see.
Wait, you're further than the actual books?
Yeah, that's right. I'm homies with the writer. They'd
Yeah,
be sending me
yeah.
pages at a time.
Yeah, you're like, well, you have some stories from your past. So you can be like, hey, use this. I want to use.
Before we move on,
yeah.
I'm sorry. Before we move on from Nippy,
Oh,
if
God.
you scroll down to the character section,
No, I
for
won't.
some reason, it says the character name and then just Nippy in parentheses.
Next to it.
So dipshit is one of the 4 characters in parentheses Nippy. So dipshit Nippy.
Those
Then we have Queen Nippy, which is appropriate. Henrik Nippy. I don't know what's going on.
like
with that.
outside of the context of what that book is, those sound like characters that were like mice in a Hanna-Barbera cartoon. Dipshit and
Dipshit
Nippy.
In like the 40s when it was like
before it was
yeah.
like a I can't remember the word. Yeah, it's like a Huckleberry Hound's hanging out with Dipshit and Nippy. You know. It's,
Yep.
Yeah. I want to do one quick shout out. I'm not up to date on this book. This is my final shout out, but the cover goes too hard for me not to be able to put this on the stream. And that's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles X Naruto number 4. Yo, it has Naruto hitting a Rasengan against Shredder with the whole Ninja Turtles behind him.
Hell yeah.
Like
I
that's
know what
hell.
that means.
That's hell yeah, the cover.
I fell off this after the first issue. I want to go back.
See, I'm having a lot of fun with the Sonic DC crossover. Maybe I should get back into this. Maybe I like just a dumb crossover. Before we get Batman Deadpool.
You could prime yourself.
Any other shout outs? All right. So that's going to do it for us over on Pals Previews. Make sure that you tune in on Thursday for Pals Pulls, where we are going to be talking about the aforementioned books that made the docket and the one that you guys are going to be voting for. I'm excited for all these books. Every book on the poll and the pull list I am buying. So what my stack is going to look like this week should be very interesting. But tune in on Thursday to find out. Hope you have a great week. And remember, buy, read, and love some comics this week. Take care, guys.
See you next week.